Good evening. It is past midnight. Rain and Kaysen, you spent the late hours gathering your things. Toiling in the fields and using what you learned from rifling through Dez's journal, you find a half dozen seed bombs. Each of them is a ceramic terracotta sphere about the size of a sunmelon. Brushing the soil away from them, you see that these were handmade, perhaps by Dez himself. Some of them are very old, and the terracotta crumbles when you open them, exposing a dense black substance inside that smells strongly of the guano from the caves. Experimentation in the darkness of the field yields that a tiny pinch ignites quickly and easily. You carefully store your half dozen bombs in a large sack. This sack of explosives will occupy both of your hands should you choose to take it with you or place it in anyone else's responsibility. These are not contact explosives, but rather require fire to ignite. If anyone holding the sack of explosives takes fire damage, they must make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw to shield it. A simple wick fuse will give you 10 minutes to get clear of the blast. When you are done, head back to the inn to sleep for the night. The action is with you, Rain and Kaysen.
An across the table question. Sunmelon like basketball or bigger than basketball?
It's roughly like a large watermelon, about 150% of the size of watermelon. These things are large. Your sack with 6 of them is difficult to heft. It's rather heavy, probably at least 100 pounds, and you hope that the canvas won't tear, Rain.
Alright, well. It's a bit troubling. Should we drag them to the smithy place? It seems to be the most reinforced. Were anything to go wrong in the night, I'm just saying.
Sorry, could you repeat that? Your microphone was cutting out a little bit. Drag them to the...
Oh, the smithy place. It's the building with the... To the south.
Makes sense.
So, with the assistance of Kaysen and a big bulky canvas sack, we'll drag that thing down to presumably the only brick walls in this building.
Anything else of note in the field? Anything changed since the last few times we were here?
All the ripe sunmelons have been extracted. What's left on the vine, you sense, will probably be ready next week and maybe too late for the harvest. What's left is small. The sound of crickets surrounds you, Kaysen of the water.
He takes a moment there to just enjoy the sounds of the outside, since he's not sure. Well, at this point, he's not sure if after their walk tomorrow, if he'll hear these again. He's really hoping that his last days aren't in a cave, but he takes a minute to enjoy everything all the same, and then I think they're done out in the field for the most part.
You concurring?
I think so, yeah.
Julianne and Jucky, you spend the first half of the night in the lab. Julianne, you light the burner for your alembic. You note that your tank of combustible gas is getting low, just enough for tonight. Your alembic bubbles as you heat it. You regain all of your spell slots as you restock your potions. You resume your studies at the alchemy station. You have one final test to perform. Your case file marked St. Cyr, Laird is still sitting on the counter. Next to it there is a textbook open. Aqua Pura. Check. Avernus. Chat. You take a sample of your test elixir. Some of these tests you have already performed. Once more, you will check your figures. In your flask, you begin to heat your elixir. Julianne, you add the first reagent, subsuming ingredient, and swirl the flask. It typically takes a couple of minutes for the color to show. You have the other reagents ready to go. Just a few minutes to wait. When you are done, head out so that you can sleep the tankard. The action is with the party.
This is with the action is with Chucky and I.
Correct. Your alembic is bubbling. You are waiting for test results.
Do I have a sand dial or anything on my desk for measuring time?
You have a hourglass that is 60 minutes and breaks the sand out with demarcations for 5-minute increments. You've used this to bill people for procedures. It's a way of keeping track of time when someone is here in your office.
Okay. I will quickly flip it at the start of the 5-minute wait, I presume, until the next step. I'll keep an eye on that, and I will walk back out of the room to Jackie. You need to find all of the items requested or anything that may be useful. So, I'm still conducting experiments. I can't do much at the moment. I need to keep an eye on this. I have several minutes before I have to get back. Take a look around the lab. Take whatever you think is useful. Whatever Rain may need, take it. It's fine. Material things can be recouped, repurchased, restocked. Other things that we may be dealing with tonight potentially cannot, so... If you vaguely remember what was requested from Rain and the others, see what you can grab. Otherwise, I need to quickly attend back to my experiment. So, if you don't mind,
Jackie gives a nod.
Julian will just give a light bow, and just quickly skitter back to her lab.
Here in the lab, you see that your flask has become a bright crimson red, the color of blood.
With the time remaining before I hit the 5-minute mark, I will prepare the next ingredients to immediately be added once 5 minutes has lapsed.
You do so. After 5 minutes pass, you add the suspending reagent. Where do you think Willoughby is?
That is a good question. Out and about as one does, as a bird. Unfortunately, I can't control him as much as I would like to say I can. He is my familiar, but he is also familiar with what he wants to do.
After 5 minutes, the flask becomes a deep forest green, the color of the mossy earth.
It is most likely time to add the next ingredient.
You do so, and watch as the sand continues to fill your hourglass. Chucky, how many crossbow bolts do you have on your person?
Counting is not Jucky's forte. I know he's got a bandolier of them. Well, he's got that double bandolier. How many would be on that? I'd probably say about 13 per, so about 26 bandoliers, or 26 bolts probably.
Five minutes pass, Julianne, and the flask becomes a soft pink, the color of flesh. The actions with the party. Whenever you seek, you can head out so that you can sleep at the tankard.
Based on this book, it was 3 ingredients. The second step was green, and the third step has made it to flesh. So I don't think anything else can be added, so turn off the alembic and let it cool. While giving it a stir every so often to make sure the ingredients still continue to stay hopefully stay bound.
You do so, allowing the mixture to cool, hoping it stays in suspension as you attempt to find the last ingredients that you need.
Okay, I will locate the last ingredient for honing, and I will add it, and then reapply heat.
Do you have the last ingredient?
That's a good question. I have something similar. So,
What do you have that's similar?
blood.
You do so, adding the blood. The mixture swirls, adopting a silvery color. Oh, David had to go. He had to take a call. Everything's okay. Upon adding the unicorn blood, it turns a silvery color. You're almost there. It's not quite what you'd expect. The substitution is just on the cusp of being what you need.
Since the blood is probably diluted compared to the physical component, I will add a little bit more to try and concentrate it.
You do so. It froths over.
Chucky takes a step back.
You take a step back. You see bubbles popping.
Lower the heat slightly.
You do so. The room has a slightly acidic smell as if the potion has turned.
Is it still silver?
It is, except now it seems to be coming out of suspension. The texture looks irregular, like oil and vinegar separating. Chucky, something about this doesn't smell right. It reminds you of dairy that has turned. Humans have a strange obsession with fermented dairy goods. This smell reminds you of that.
Chucky's gonna step out into the hallway to escape the smell.
I'll take it off the burner.
You do so.
'Cause at that point, it's going to keep cooking or anything like that, and I can't have that, so it needs to settle. And I don't know if I have enough ingredients to reattempt.
Sizing it up, you feel like you don't. Or certainly something is missing.
It's the honing reagent, it's not correct. It needs to be a horn. 'Cause I guess ultimately it needs something to fully bind to. And just adding liquid to liquid is just diluting it.
Chucky, from the hallway, you can hear Julianne murmuring to herself in an academic tone.
Can I make a nature check to backtrack on some of my steps and see if some of the plant ingredients I use could potentially cause a problem that could be corrected?
Absolutely, you can. In fact, I think you can do so at advantage with a fairly low DC. You have had an obsessive grasp of this project. In fact, let's do it without the check. What are you attempting to discern? You pour back over your research, attempting to find out what's missing or what went wrong. What do you seek, Julianne? What truth do you attempt to coax from the flask?
The suspending reagent, I think, is the problem. So if it was a light green, it was the foxglove. So I want to backtrack to that and see if that's the proper ingredient based on the attributes of foxglove, and if I need something else like sunmelon, or I'm not.
You know that the green spectrum of suspending reagents are all fairly common.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem to be the foxglove that was the problem. You know that many of the plant extracts can actually be substitutes for one another.
It's either the blood or the ochre jelly, but the ochre jelly was refined, so it has to be blood. So the blood could have been refined, or the horn is the only ingredient and nothing else.
You may not have all the answers you seek tonight.
Perhaps not. It's 23 nature check if that'll do anything.
You spend a little bit of time cleaning the flask, making sure that you get all of the frothy silver liquid that got on your alchemy table. As you dissect the liquid, you think that your initial instinct is probably correct. The blood can't stand for the horn. It's almost there, but not quite. Something takes it out of suspension. Something makes it so that the final elixir does not quite come together. The blood simply won't do.
Okay. I will salvage what I can, and then I'll meet back with the Shucky. I don't have the ingredient. I'm not sure if as far as I know, the only thing we have unicorn related is the blood. So I don't know if there's a horn between the party or anything else. So unfortunately, I'm kind of at another dead end. Don't have any horns or any claws.
You do
Never
feel
seen
like
it.
you're at a bit of a dead end. But you're closing in on something, aren't you?
Yes. I know what needs to be done next. I just need to acquire the item. All the steps are written out. It's been tested. Steps up to the last point have been verified. It can be repeated.
That is exactly right. You have mastered alchemy. You have ascertained what you came here to ascertain. You know what needs to be done. All that is left is to do it.
I'm assuming there's no other stockpile materials else related into this book, so I'm simply just going to have to seal up what I have, preserve what I have left, to repeat the next steps. And I need to get a move on as it's already late.
This approach feels sensible to you.
That's all can be done. But I can take my travel equipment with me, and if suitable replacements are found, it can be repeated.
You do so, gathering up your alchemy supplies so that if you needed to, is your goal to take enough of a kit that you could synthesize this somewhere remote?
Yes.
Understood. You take some time gathering up your reagents so that if necessary, you could synthesize your elixir of life somewhere away from your lab.
And I'll also do my due diligence in whatever I'm packing them away in to make sure all of the equipment is padded and preserved and cannot be damaged. Ideally.
What were you going to say, sir?
Ideally.
Ideally. Oh, sorry, I heard it as I. You do so. You use linen and bolts of wool to make a little nest for your various glass implements that you place inside your backpack with care.
Once that is all done, I will secure everything and I will walk out of the lab.
And Jackie? Doing the same? Any final thoughts? Anything before you leave this place?
Jackie will ask you. Hold on. So, is there anything you have here that might help us down there?
Well, I've whipped up a couple of things that hopefully help us down there to expand, hopefully, some sensibilities of utility. But I mean, I'm sure there is rope, plenty of cloth, there's bandages, just sensible day-to-day supplies are scattered about. I'm sure you could find something useful. I mean, I imagine if you need an extra dagger or two, I have those. If you need some basic arrows or bolts, I have those from, well, just when the Flaming Fist come through and they just, I don't know, just leave a couple of pieces of equipment behind here and there when they take off their stuff for a checkup. So.
You make potions, don't you?
Yes.
Are there any here that you think we should take with us?
There's probably a stock of very basic ones in the side room that weren't sold as over-the-shelf concoctions or anything. Maybe cleanse poison, maybe minor healings. We can take a check to see if they're still good. Fortunately, with the season as it's been, I haven't sold anything over the counter for a couple months, and I get kind of caught up with things and I just forget myself.
Well, that's better than nothing.
Let's take a look.
You find some stale minor healing potions that still seem serviceable enough. You find a pair of antidotes. And as was suggested, other basic adventuring items, should you seek them, a spare dagger, a length of rope.
Jackie will definitely pack away some rope.
You do so. Every capable adventurer knows the value of a line of rope.
If you have a couple extra, there should be extra, like, water skins laying around for transportation that are empty, so if we can take those just in case. Because we need to restock on water or anything like that. best to take as much as we can.
Jackie will just like open his bag and let you place whatever you want in there to be carried.
Okay.
You are on your way back to the tanker, it sounds. I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
I think you should have indicated this a while ago. I cut in. Go ahead. You were going to say, Jackie?
No, I was gonna say, yeah, I can't think of anything else to do. So once we've collected all those materials, yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Mhm.
Our next spot in this sequence involves Tilda. So maybe we could take a slightly early fire
Sure.
and wait for him to get back, if that's okay.
Sure.
Hi.
If Jules comes back and David is still not available, if you want, we can run some stuff I was just going to do in the morning anyways. Menial task stuff.
There is something ready for the morning. David just said that he'll be back within 5.
Okay, cool.
And not to shut down your menial task ideas, because there's a sleeve for menial task ideas.
I'm back.
Apologies.
I could actually use a minute, so while Joel's coming back. Okay, I should be good. So we'll just letting Joel come back. Who is back? Okay. Coming back to Tilda and Noe. You pass each other in the hallway. Neither of you has any idea what you're doing or where you are walking. Anxiety makes it impossible to sleep, yet. It is just the two of you. You will have to sleep soon, but not quite yet. The inn feels empty and quiet. Love begets longing. You were supposed to live perfect little lives. Your parents desired so much more for you, and desiring begets suffering. When you are done, head to your rooms to end the night. The action is with the party.
Tomorrow feels so important.
I suppose.
I don't want to fuck it up, you know? What can we do to prepare? I wrote all that stuff on the chalkboard and it didn't seem like anybody cared. We still don't really have a good strategy. I don't know what to do.
We just don't have enough information yet. Certainly any plan we make now would have to be very flexible.
All we've been is flexible.
She laughs a little at that.
You know, there's no, like, guide for this. There's no book that tells you what to do. I'm at a loss. And I'm sorry about all that stuff I said about your father's machine. I really don't know. That's just my best guess.
No, I think my difficulty with it is just realizing that there's so much about my father I don't know, and I suppose I keep putting off thoughts of tomorrow because it may be the last day that I see him. I hope not, but I feel like every choice that leads to him living is selfish, and I was not raised to be selfish.
I'll close the distance and hug Noe.
I'm sorry. You just lost your brother.
She'll sniffle a little. Well, sometimes it's good to be reminded that I'm not the only person in this town.
She nods at that. You know, there's so many other things I'd rather think about, like, what are we gonna do to rebuild your house? What is next season's harvest going to look like if Ed doesn't get back to himself?
If Ed's still there after all this.
If Evening Star is still here, all this talk about using the bombs, and I don't know, I feel as though for some of us, not making a choice means removing all of them from the map, however we can do that.
We'll make a choice. We have to. We can't just sit by. I kind of feel like we've just let things happen to us in the last week and everybody else is making decisions for us. I think that's all those decisions were bad that everyone else made. All of them.
She nods slowly at that.
We seem to be, I mean, people who are crazy don't know they're crazy, but we're the only sane people here. We have to be better equipped to make decisions than everybody, including my mother. Oh my god.
I don't know. I often wondered if being talented with divination meant losing your grip on the present at times.
She's always been stubborn, but not like this. You know, I asked Selune to burn my brother's body so she couldn't do necromancy on it.
Well, I think we both know the urge to do necromancy is maybe a possibility our parents never crossed out, but certainly one that's being amplified by whatever is pulling all of these strings. Your mother, too, is out of her mind.
Tears will well up in her eyes and she'll say, "It's my brother too, and there's no way I would do that to him." And the most shocking thing is Selune was listening. All these
What?
gods, I thought none of them listening. Why is everybody looking at us right now? We're Evening Star, we're nothing.
From outside, the moon is casting harsh shadows through any open window.
I hope all that she wants me to do to repay this debt is stop Shar. One thing I was always proud about myself is I never made bargains that I couldn't uphold.
Maybe not a bargain, but an oath. Not something you have to spend your life on, but would fortify it.
Well, I don't have much experience in being as principled as you are, but I don't know. I still can't believe he's gone. Maybe after all this craziness is past, I'll be able to feel something about it.
Me neither. I have to assume that the decisions that led to his death were also Shar-born. Because obviously I don't know your brother as well as you do, but
He had it so bad for you. He's always talking about Arsinoe. My mother hated it.
he didn't know anything else.
Why wouldn't he want Arsinoe St. Cyr? Come on.
She blushes at that and looks away.
Well, listen. What can we do to prepare? You know? I'm not really willing to make any other bargains with any other gods. But I have been studying my books.
She nods at that, and she says, I think the information that we need from here on out lies in other people. I was thinking of going to see Alice. I wouldn't say we're exactly on friendly terms right now, but she might have a perspective that has eluded us. There may... I mean, this place is a ghost town now. I haven't seen anyone, but I suppose if the desire to wander struck you, there might be somebody else awake at this hour.
No, it's not like that. We're going to go into battle. I've never killed anybody, and I think tomorrow might be the day. I really don't know what it's like. I don't know who we're gonna face. I mean, I have my spells. My mother's so disappointed in me, but I learned evocation spells. Sorry, evocation. Spells that kill people.
Oh.
I don't know if I have the metal to use them.
Well, that's probably a good thing. You shouldn't kill someone unless it's very, very important, or they're trying to kill you.
Nothing was very, very important about Rand's death. Nothing was very, very important about my father's death. I need to be able to do something to protect the people I love. I need to be able to do this. I need you to lend me your strength and tell me how you do it. Stand up in front of everybody and make sure nobody gets hurt.
To me, it's an honor to be able to do so.
Oh, God. The answer is always it has to come from within, isn't it? I'm sorry to put this on you.
No, I wish I knew what to say. I wish there was some spell I could cast. I think that you're so clever and you're so persistent that whatever you set your mind to, you're going to be able to achieve, but you sort of tangle yourself up in all of these questions about, is it right? Is it what my mother would have wanted me to do? I think, you said at the beginning of this that we were going to have to make decisions for ourselves. I think that you'll decide to do it and it will happen.
I'm aware that some of the decisions that feel right may hurt you. What with, your condition. I don't know if that doesn't feel right. The decision you made.
Well, certainly you can minimize my suffering, but...
Oh, no. What do we do if you can't walk in the sun anymore? How do we get you home?
I suppose I will have to stay underground, but...
I've read so much about Menzoberranzan.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, it's a huge city. Some say it's bigger than Waterdeep.
Is this an underground one?
Yeah, all the Drow live there.
Oh.
Just saying, there are fantastic things we could experience.
Oh, you would come with me?
Yeah, I mean...
Didn't you speak to Rand about going to Waterdeep?
Perhaps Waterdeep would work too. Perhaps they have some magics that can help you. You mentioned it, this place is a ghost town. I'm just open to the possibilities of a new life which fits all of us.
She nods at that and she says, I hope that this life will include my brother as well.
I read the mind of those flaming fist bastards. Your brother wasn't with mine.
No, I heard from my mother. In fact, he's already run off to confront the circumstances around my father's disappearance. He'll be in the mines.
Okay. Well, last time we met him, he seemed like he had a head on his shoulders.
So did Rand.
Rand did not. The last thing I said to Rand was, fuck you. That's something I won't be able to take back. Oh.
I don't think it's the last conversation you need to have with Rand, especially if Selûne took him. I know you're not the most spiritual of people, but...
Well, I believe that it exists. I believe that he's no longer a petitioner in the City of the Dead. I believe Selûne is shepherding him. I think he will find his place. If she was willing to consecrate him, he has her favor. In a way, he got what he wanted. I just wish it was for something that meant something.
Well, it could be a symbol of hope, I suppose, that the Moon Maiden hasn't abandoned us.
well, Tilda will flip open her spell book. Just so you know what I can do, and what I've learned over the last few weeks. So I read about this spell where I can just talk and tell people that they're really great and they'll succeed, and it will make them more durable and powerful. I think tomorrow, when we all wake up, I should try that. I know a lot of people roll their eyes when I speak for a while, but if you could act interested to get other people interested too, I think it'll work.
I don't have to act, but certainly.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But I'm just letting you know. I think I'm gonna do that. It's motivational speech.
Okay.
Also the spells that kill people. I heard your father cast Fireball once, and I think I can replicate it.
She looks shocked at that and sort of awed.
I think I can do it. It's not that hard. You know, when you start saying the words, your hands crackle with power and you can kind of feel the weave. I mean, I stopped before it was over, but definitely, I think there's something there. Hopefully it doesn't backfire.
Wow, you could recreate that just by remembering something that he said once? That's amazing.
I relive these moments in my head over and over. They're so interesting to me. It's just like a script going, and of course I write them in my book, and every morning I rewrite all of the things, all of the spells that I've heard, I rewrite them over and over. And this one I got from a book, Storm Sphere. Creates a ball of lightning.
Oh.
I'm not completely certain on this one. This is probably at the limit of what I can do, but I'm kind of excited to try it out.
Is it something that persists and you can move?
Supposedly.
Well, that could help if they end up having a numbers advantage on us.
Not only can I move it, I think this is like, it's a little embarrassing. When I was younger and I really didn't want to admit Selûne existed, I was so into Tempest. The god of storms.
Tempest, you?
Yeah, I know, it doesn't fit me at all. But I got a book on him. Anyway, so it can shoot bolts of lightning out, which is totally crazy.
Wait, so the spell was in this book?
Yeah, they described it. And there was another book that told a story of the Hall of the Storm Giants. Had a similar experience, and I think I've pieced it together.
She looks mystified.
Well, I'm just trying to let you know what I can do.
Of course.
And there's no box I won't open tomorrow. So even if it's dangerous, I'm going to try.
Well, I think for myself, there are some spells that I can do if I pray on them. A lot of what I know how to do, I only seem to be able to do once, or I was taught by the Sisters of the Temple. So I could bless one of your weapons, make it sturdier, more damaging, give it magic.
I meant what I said when I said that I can't be like my brother or my father. I think I'm done with this thing.
You do seem more excited about the spell casting than using your sword to end someone's life, so I suppose that makes sense.
Well, Rain keeps telling me I'm Tilda Lochlaren. I'm not Rand Lochlaren.
He's right.
I'm not Sydney Lochlaren. I'm myself. Alright, sorry. You were telling me your thing, and I made it about myself again. Sorry, go on.
No, we're collaborating in this way. Another thing I know how to do is protect you from poison.
Poison?
Yes.
Well, I would be worried about that giant spider, but spiders are venomous, not poisonous. There is a difference, although I'm not really sure what it is. But I know there's a difference.
No, you're right. The last thing I could do is well, I could tie your life force to mine, and then any hurt, damage that you experience would be halved and transferred in half to me.
Oh my god, let's do that. That's so obvious. Yeah, dude, let's do it.
All right.
Shantea, I mean, what's the Shantea prayer? Do you remember it? Something about the harvest? Ah, I'm so sorry. I mean, do I have to do the prayer with you, or how does it work?
Oh, I suppose. Yes, we could set up a little altar, maybe in where the one to Wolf used to be. I'll guide you through the prayer, and then it should scarcely take but some time.
Let's do that. That's such a great idea. We either succeed together or fail together. This is perfect.
That's
We're
true.
the daughters of Evening Star.
You're very right. I do have to see Alice, though. Do you want to do this before or after I return?
After. You'll have more information then. I assume
That's
you don't
true.
want me to come and make sure nothing happens to you with Alice.
Well, I trust her in that way. I don't expect anything would happen, but you could come if you wanted.
I think it would be weird for you and Alice. People in this town don't exactly trust me.
Well,
Yeah,
she does not trust me either, but... Wait, you're Tilda Lochlauren. Why would people...
I don't know. Just people don't like my mother because of how she is.
That's
The
a shame,
Lochlauren.
considering nearly all of our abundance is because of the guidance she's given us with her weather reports.
At the end of the day, the only people who can stand the Lochlaurens are the Lochlaurens.
She laughs at that.
I'm sure you understand.
Well,
right.
surely your parents... One of them wasn't always a Lochlauren. Alright.
Well, I never knew my father, so...
Yes, I did not know that about him, that he was a soldier. Was he a soldier?
I have these dreams where he's in the heart of Cormyr, in the castle, when the Obarskir dynasty fell. And when the Black Knights came up the stairs, he bought them an extra few minutes by standing in the way.
Oh, wow.
He was an anointed knight.
A hero.
Or at least that's what my dreams tell me. I don't know if Morpheus is meddling with my dreams or not, but I choose to accept that version of him instead of my brother. Anyway, I need to study. You need to talk to Alice.
Yes.
Knock on my door if you need something. I'll check on you with message if I don't hear from you in the next hour or two.
Sounds good. We'll see you soon, Tilda.
No way. You've got this. We've got this.
Arsinoe Sincere, do you go to your dead drop spot?
Yes.
You do. The moon is high overhead, almost like someone is watching you. You wait for nearly an hour at the dead drop spot. Not only is there no blood in a parcel, but there is no Alice. After an hour, Tilda's message spell arrives.
Oh, everything's fine, Tilda. Alice doesn't seem to be here, but I guess I should not have been surprised.
Come back. We need our rest.
In the interest of us being bonded together tomorrow, this is a decision I'm in the process of making, but if I do not eat, my constitution becomes severely weakened.
If you need, I have blood.
That weakens you.
That's true. Is there any other way?
I'm not sure. Maybe if more than one person donated a little. That's so messy. I'll come back. We can discuss it. I don't. I hope Alice is okay.
We're probably at the limit of the message spell efficacy.
As Noe heads back to the lonesome tankard, is there any sign of life?
To the north, across the river, you see the outline of something. It has an elongated body shape. You can't imagine what it is. And in your heart, you hope for a second, and then looking over, you see it's a deer. It's studying you. There are no signs of life that are humanoid. Arriving back at the tankard, it's deserted here too.
It's so creepy.
She complains as soon as she comes back into the tavern, sort of wringing her hands.
It is.
She will go and knock on Tilda's door.
Tilda will answer.
Alright, let's do the ritual first, and then...
What? Wait. So if we do the ritual,
Yes.
and any harm that one of us suffers, the other one suffers,
Any harm that you suffer, specifically, I will suffer.
and can we just... I'm tired. I'm about to be more tired. Can we just cut to the chase? You're going to take some of my blood. I'm going to suffer a little. It doesn't make sense for both of us to share that. Otherwise, why do it at all? Listen, I'm going to be in the back. I'll be careful. You're going to be in the front. You be heroic.
It's supposed to be both of us, Tilda.
No way, this just makes sense, and you know it.
I could still ask my mother.
Can you be real? We're supposed to be the only two sane people in this town.
She's blushing a lot.
I'm sure that'll go over well. Hey, Mom, can I have some of your blood? Come on,
She
no
al-
way. Just do it. It's fine. Just do it. Here. Neck, arm, I don't know how to do this.
Noe, thus encouraged, will flee from Tilda.
What's the damage? How bad is it? Do you, like, really take it out of me, or, like, how hungry are you?
Oh, she's eaten, so it's not a pleasant experience, I can't imagine. But I think that she tries to drink just enough to be satiated.
I would assume I'd use my arm, so I could bring my overcoat over the wound.
Yeah, there's a good thick vein there.
I'll probably steady myself on No Way while it happens. I'm tired. This is a little awkward for both of us, I imagine.
She does not enjoy the act of feeding. It is probably the most feral, unladylike display that you could conceive of from Arsinoe Sincere. And then when she's done, she'll straighten with a gasp and sort of take a handkerchief and immediately start wiping her mouth, pressing it to Tilda's wound.
Okay. Okay, let's do the ritual now. You feel better?
She nods.
You
Okay.
do not feel better, Tilda. You feel drained, exhausted.
Yeah.
Noe will guide them over to the still in progress, under construction corner of the tavern. We'll set her icon to Shantea there, fill a little bowl with water, fill another one with greens, set them on the altar. She consecrates the space, and then she will guide Tilda through the ritual of the warding bond.
Tilda will do her best to follow, but she's out of it, ready to turn down for the night. There's no passion. There's none of that religious fervor that really gives you the extra 1% on your spell.
Your consciousness. Please go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna shift it, so.
Your consciousness is slipping away from you, Tilda. You cast Warding Bond as a ritual. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Please.
When they're done, Noe will brace Tilda, help her get to her feet, and I think with Tilda half draped over her, she'll help get her into bed.
You do so, placing Tilda gently in her bed.
I'll mumble like, thanks, no way. Goodbye.
And then Noe will go to her room.
You do so. The night passes uneventfully. In the morning, there is a little flock of starlings perched on the dogwood tree outside the tavern. You study them, Rain. Everyone else is still asleep, bar Jucky, who has his cap placed over his face to stop the morning light, and he may as well be dreaming like the rest of them. The tavern may well be deserted, Rain. It is safe to assume that Mikhail met the same fate as his brother. At first light, there was a delivery of sundries left in a brown bag outside the door. And you go and unwrap it, Rain. There is still cold, brown butcher paper wrapped around 24 eggs in cartons. White cheesecloth, closed with twine, holds a handful of scraps of salted ham. There is a can of coffee with more than half a dozen custom stamps on the top of the tin. And you go to the kitchen and begin to make the coffee. You light the little wood stove and stuff it with tinder. The water boils as the sun starts to rise. You pour the first cup and look out again at the starlings. And you hear a sudden squawk in your head and launch your coffee cup across the room. Down below at the water table, break the dam of rock, finless sweet. Introduce the minerals to the river and the river to the Underdark. You catch your breath, Rain. The party is awoken with the sound of a loud crash, the ceramic tinkle of something breaking. The action is with the party as you rush together into the main room. Good morning.
Which one of us is currently roughly in possession of the canvas bag? For the time being.
You were Rain. You tell me.
I think the idea was to leave it in the brick building to our south. So neither currently.
Understood. It is in the workshop. It's in the brick. You're using the brick workshop as sort of like an explosives bunker.
Just in case. I say, I'm sorry, everyone. Bit of a early morning jitters, all things considered. He is very nervously trying to pile the bits of ceramic together. Our coffee's on.
They have sharp edges.
Well,
Is Aunt all right, Rain? Are you feeling well?
as well as anyone could before marching to whatever we're doing.
Oh, I thought that was me. Is there a way to turn the grid back on?
Yes. 1 second.
Oh, I thought it was intentional. My bad.
It was intentional. It was a stylistic thing. I had the grid off intentionally, but there you go. If that's helpful for orienting yourself.
Makes me nervous when it's gone. I feel like floating.
As you are in the world.
Tilda, you feel bloodless. You have a -1 penalty to all skill checks and ability checks until your next long rest.
Well, good news. Kason and I found the bombs.
You found the bombs.
Yes, it was more than I anticipated from testing. It doesn't seem that lighting one is going to light them all.
Doesn't seem that lighting one is going to light them all. Oh, that's wonderful.
So does that mean there's less than anticipated, or?
Oh no, we found much like 6 in the field up north.
Okay.
So how do they trigger then?
5, like bombs do.
Does
There's
it
a fuse.
have shield or water spells or anything like that? Whoever holds these, someone or at least a few people maybe will need to keep their attention on them if they experience an unintended ignition. Someone should be ready to shield the rest of the party.
Can you remind me what we are intending to use these bombs on?
Yeah, some primordial entity that's causing a psychic nightmare across a multi-mile period.
Preferably
In
last
case.
resort.
Yes, not the number one plan, more of a things that hit the side of the wall, and we found ourselves in need of them.
Yes, I'm not dismissing them as a tool. They are very much going to be useful, but it should be the final option if everything else fails. Or we just start off with them up front and we just save ourselves plenty of time. That would work too, wouldn't it?
I don't want to blow my town up unless I have to.
Agree.
Since they're heavy and would take 2 hands, is there anything around the tavern that we could use, like rope and a shelf, to fashion a sled of some sort?
No. You look for something suitable to fashion a sled with, and this would be a bit more of a project than you have here. You would need woodworking tools. You would need a bit of a project space.
In either case, we break fast, and we go. As much as I would love to soak up the starlings, and the coffee on the ground, and the bombs in a bag, we have two at least very angry old men with corpses walking into a cave. And we should not tarry.
Agreed.
No,
let's-
but it's off. No, go ahead.
No, why don't you go first? Mine's gonna be a little
Nice.
long.
Fair enough. I was just gonna. Well, if it's gonna be long, it's great because a well-rounded breakfast will give us plenty of energy to make it through this cave. So, hey, we have time to eat now. So,
Okay,
by all
Mom.
means-
With travel in mind, and I know it's a bit sparse. This bag of explosives is a bit cumbersome. I know we spoke of trying to travel down a 10-foot shaft. I don't think that's a good idea.
What's the weight of that satchel?
120 pounds.
Ooh.
We carry it in turns, perhaps.
It's heavy. It
We
is
did-
extremely unwieldy. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
We did bring plenty of rope from the lab, so we can at least, if we take turns lowering, or if we work together, we could lower it into the deeper parts of the cave gently, without the encumbrance hopefully causing a problem.
I at least have an awl in my backpack, so we can punch some holes in the canvas and weave some rope through there to make something like an improvised pulley.
Alright. Where's
I
this
just-
bag?
Chucky's sitting at the table, yeah?
Oh,
Is this
yeah, okay,
correct?
sorry.
Yes.
You know, we're going into something really crazy. I'm gonna look around for Noe and not see her here. We're going into something really crazy tomorrow. Today. I'm so sorry. I'm a little out of it. We're going into something really crazy today, and I think all of us have what it takes to succeed. Chucky, the past few days I've known you, you're extremely capable. And I think we were so wiped out and tired yesterday, anything that happened was just not our fault. We were at our best this morning. Rain, you're a world-class alchemist, and the best mentor I could have had through all this. Kaysen, as nutty as you are the most convicted person I know, other than maybe Noe over here. And Julianne, I don't know what you have cooking, but I have the utmost confidence that it's the right thing we need. Tilda casts motivational speech. You all have 5 health until your next long rest and advantage on wisdom saving throws. We'll paste it into the chat,
Is that 5 temp HP or buff HP, like aid?
like aid.
Just about to ask, does that stack with aid?
It should.
Does motivational speech
Oh.
stack with aid? Yes, because it's not temp HP.
Awesome, okay, I'm glad I didn't know. It's just like,
It also has this nice, if you get hit, you hit back thing.
Oh, that is temp HP.
You're right, that is temp HP.
Yes, temporary hit points. Yeah.
You're totally right. Well, I've cast it. And there's no going back.
and if I may add on something to what Tilda just gave all of us, and he'll do a little flourish and cast aid over the table.
Aid is a level 2 spell.
Aid as a level 2 spell.
Got it. Giving everybody 5 max HP, not temp HP.
So this is choose 5 creatures. Tilda chooses everybody but except herself.
And mine will last for 8 hours.
we'll call it till long rest.
As it stands, in terms of, you can tell that Rain is particularly both jittery and out of it. Water magic, I have that bit covered. I'll take care of the bombs for the time being. When we get there, though, I can grant protection for like an hour or so to the squishiest of us all. I'll gesture towards Julian. Do that more at the cave than here. As he's finishing up what bit of breakfast he has, he makes his way to the southern door.
Wait. I almost forgot. I had also brewed up something different. I had an epiphany last night, and she will set out 6 vials onto the table. If everybody be so kindly to take a drink. This concoction for a day would make water a little less scary.
What?
It's a ritual of water breathing.
Ha. Yeah, Tilda will drink this immediately.
Hmm.
No, I will as well. She's made up a huge vat of oatmeal.
The
Rain
taste
will
isn't the
delicately
best.
pocket it.
The taste isn't the best, but should we find ourselves underwater, at the very least, you won't immediately drown. Now you may still succumb to failure of your muscles to keep you onto the surface of the water and all those other things associated with swimming, but breathing you do not have to worry about.
If anybody else has any more tricks up their sleeve, I mean, we're gonna need them.
There's a few things that I have, but I'll wait until we're a little closer.
Yes, and is there
Unfortunately,
any
that was
other...
the only trick I could do.
Is there anything else anyone needs to tend to before we leave?
Nothing I need to tend to, but it's hard to get words out eloquently, but I'll just say this. You're all better friends than I ever thought I deserved in this life. And I appreciate all of you, and even considering the giant spiders we may be about to be beset upon, there's nowhere else I would rather be, with the exception of my parents, my little treehouse back home somewhere. Everything that means a damn to me in this world is within about a mile of me, so I'll give it my all.
Tilda kind of looks at her hand. Don't feel buffed.
I don't have bardic inspiration, that was just a thought.
It's whimsical. It's meant as a joke.
Thank you, Kason. That's very kind of you. Then she turns to the rest. Shall we go secure Evening Star's future? Let's go.
As everyone else is getting ready to pile out, Jucky takes one quick jaunt over to the Lulth Shrine. Takes a big, deep drag on one of his ship nails. Blows out the smoke, and he kind of like gets down a little bit low, gets like right eye level with the Lulth altar. And he says, You You let your little followers know. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. And then he puts his cigarette out on the altar and leaves it there.
You do so. As you get up from your bent over position, Jucky, you feel a pain behind your eyes.
Really?
Really? You take 2 psychic damage.
Ooh.
Desecrating altars have blowback? Who knew?
Who knew?
You feel 8 eyes watching over you.
Well, it doesn't matter, because there's 2 eyes watching over Jucky that really matter.
You hope that Curlin is with you.
He has to be.
Post altar desecration, were we following Noe out the door? Is that correct? Okay, 1 moment.
So-
Noe, as you approach your house, you see a lone griffin circling overhead.
Real quick before stuff happens, who took the first shift on the bag?
We ran.
Does the griffin have a rider?
It does not. But you
I
can see
think-
it, but it has a saddle. Go ahead.
How's this sound? She points it out to the rest of the group. That's not Erlen's, is it?
As
How far
opposed
away
to
is it?
Wells.
It is perhaps 200 feet away, high in the sky.
Would Jucky's keen elven eyes be able to discern if this is Erlen's particular griffin?
You're pretty sure it is.
Jucky says, "Yeah, that's him."
Now, is this griffin circling as if trying to locate its rider, or is it just staying put?
It's circling high in the air. The central point of its circle is your house.
Is it keeping watch, maybe?
Shit. This is the first time that Noe swears out loud. She just says shit and then...
Do you think he knew about the door in the basement? Could he have entered in this way somehow and posted the griffin to wait for him?
I mean, he's probably rummaged around in your brain like 15 times over now, yes? Yes, he probably knew of the door.
That's very
My
true.
mother's inside.
Does the griffin react to our approach at all?
Not that you can tell. It seems aware of you. You can tell, you can sense from its body language that it knows that you're there, but doesn't seem to regard you as a threat, Kason of Oladr. No way. The front door's lock has been bashed in. The brass faceplate is dented, and the keyhole seems to have been pried at with small tools. Nonetheless, the door is still locked.
Her father's spell work is immaculate. She would have been surprised if this person succeeded through brute force or cunning. She'll take her key out and unlock the door.
You attempt to, but the keyhole is damaged beyond repair. Your key does not force its way inside.
Okay. She vaults over the stairs, the railing of the stairs, and starts going for the back door.
Kason's already trying to break through one of the windows.
You swish through the hedges. You could maul the door if you wanted to, Kason. There are bars that protect the windows. You could smash a window through the bars. You're not sure if you could get in, but it may give you more information. No Way, on the other hand, has already bolted off. No Way, when you arrive at the back door, you see that it's swinging openly on its hinges.
She goes inside. She calls out to the others. Back door. And then bolts inside.
You do so. Does anyone not follow?
for the express interest of moving at a decent clip, Rain will deposit the 120 pounds of explosives at the back door.
You do so, leaving the explosives temporarily at the back door. The back door is unlocked and the door is broken. I see your peak notation. Got it. That is where you've left the explosives. No way, nothing seems touched. Nothing seems stolen.
Does she hear anyone in the house?
Perfectly silent. There is a teacup that is still steaming on the main table.
The rest of you go check my father's study. I will check upstairs. Tilda, you should come with me.
I'll nod.
You'd be
Shadow you.
very loud.
You quickly check upstairs, Noe, and find no evidence of your family, or a struggle for that matter. Everything seems exactly in its place. There's no evidence of a break-in. Or let me reword that. There's no evidence of a robbery. There's no evidence that anyone took anything. And your father's expensive enchanting supplies are still here, spread out on the table.
I think the group probably goes to check the door to the basement.
Yeah.
Where's this door currently?
That door is currently... Excellent question, Kason. That door is closed, and when you go to open it, you hear the tumbler reset as if it was picked. When you open it, you sense that you're shadowing someone.
Where could she have gone? Her tea is still hot.
Can I put my ear to the floor and see if I hear anything underground, maybe just in that immediate room or anything?
You hear a faint humming sound from somewhere down below.
Something humming, it might be that machine.
Surprised if it wasn't on. As we're all progressing down the staircase, he'll look back to Jockey. Bombs? Yes, no.
Come again.
The bombs. Are we going this way or no?
Maybe we'll just
Fuck it.
peek down and then go back around. I don't know.
Tilda will make eye contact with Rain and nod.
Circle back for them.
You do so, dragging them inside. Kason, peeking downstairs, you don't hear anything obvious. There's no additional source of lights, but the torches are lit. Someone was just here.
No way, do you smell any stinky vampires?
Sure, she'll use a divine sense.
You cast Divine Sense. You sense nothing new, only the darkness within yourself.
No, I don't sense Erlen nearby. I suppose maybe my mother just left, was tired of waiting and decided to go see for herself, but...
Yeah, I can't seem to cast it anymore now that I've given up my bond. I just vaguely remember that he is reminiscent of standing water on a grave. Can't quite pick up any of that anymore.
So there was supposed to be a door that seals off the stairway into the basement, but that was just open when they
Correct.
came into the room?
That's exactly right.
Okay, she'll go downstairs.
Does anyone not go downstairs? Does anyone tarry up top? And Rain of Fire, you have your sack of bombs on you. Is that correct? No?
Correct. Rain will be coming up tail end.
Got it. You find yourselves in Laird's blind cellar. I'm sorry, you were going to say, Ari?
I was just going to say, on the way down, I might snag a candle or two from that room.
You do so. What color candle would you like?
White, if there is one.
There is.
Speaking of theft, Rain's down at once, as he is the last one down. One more bottle of wine on the way out.
You do so, nabbing one of Laird's vintages. There's a quiet humming in this room.
They continue to descend.
Are we on the right map? Yeah, we're on the right map.
Here.
I'm gonna look at Rain. Where was the entrance?
Across the table, he was up to the northwest, correct? There was a... Was it hidden, or is it just a little alcove?
A little bit of both. You remember it basically correctly.
Yeah, it's like here-ish and then turns around to the northeast.
Tilda, I don't suppose you've made any new insights as to what this machine does.
There's only one genius in this town who knows how to use it.
Likely, although I did leave a lot of papers on the desk.
Maybe there's about to be 7 geniuses that know how to use it. Either way, I think we shouldn't tarry.
Mostly agreed. Rain spent unfortunately, egregious amount of time down here. It was completely dormant when he was locked in the basement, correct? No humming sound?
It was as it is now. It was
Okay.
a gentle low hum. Nothing has changed from your estimation.
In the essence of attempting to proceed forwards, he will rummage around trying to find the little alcove that leads to the wraparound and hole.
You can. It's not terribly hidden. Just occluded.
Can we take...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, can we take like a 2-minute, or I'm just going to run up, turn the air conditioner off, come back.
Sure. Yeah. Let's take a 2-minute break.
Get some more water.
Maybe them their Final Fantasy cardboard, Dave.
Not yet, no. All the pre-releases were sold out, so I just didn't go. I'll get some after the fact, probably. What about you?
Yeah, about a fair bit. Just like a
Figured.
Kindle and one of the deck. I'm a big 6 fan, so I was quite excited for this one. And only this Universes Beyond.
I don't know many of the cards, if I'm being honest.
I've
gonna
played
play-
almost every one of them.
Have you? I've played 3, 6, and 7, and that's just about it.
Like a cursory nod towards 3, and a lot of 6 and 7 in this set. So
I only
opened
played 3
one-
because I'm a boomer.
that's fair.
That's fair. I've opened 1 collector box and 2 pre-release packs.
Nice.
And then I have another collector's box coming in the mail.
We see
a
you have a
case
problem.
of play boosters. And the commander deck, or 2 of the commander decks sets. I know I have a problem. Shut up.
No.
Oh, David.
Yes.
You're Dave.
Oh.
Frample. I got a foil Emmett Silk.
Very nice.
Oh, did you see the group chat?
Maybe.
The unit.
The unit? Yeah, I saw you got the unit too. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Which ones were you looking for again?
The Celis, which I think Scott said he was going to give to me, but that is ambiguous. And Terra. Those are the two that I'm the biggest into. And if there was floating extra Kefkas around, I love Kefka too, but I do not bleed greed.
I have one Kefka at least. Yeah, and I'm setting that Terra aside for it.
Thank you, thank you.
Was this the Kefka you wanted?
I admittedly want all the Kefkas. There are two in this.
Okay.
That one's, I think, is just the full art from the deck.
It is.
You have fancy collector's boxes. I just use extra gum cases, which are the exact size of a magic card.
Careful choice.
I'll give you some boxes.
I have some, but I always have more cards than boxes somehow.
You just pan Dave's camera slightly to the left and it's just boxed.
Yeah,
Or
downstairs.
positionally right.
I've just so many boxes.
Pan down, cucumbers. Pan left, magic card boxes.
It's a lot.
I mean, my problem right now is like I got Warhammer stuff. It's like I got all these guys to build. I must have a 2,000 point AdMech army. It's about too much money.
If you touch them, they become dust.
Same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everyone
All right.
back? Everyone
Yeah.
back? You find yourselves in the basement of Chateau Saint Cyr.
May Noe attempt to glean some insight as to the purpose of this machine?
Yes, you may. No check required. You understand that somehow this machine relates to the ability to amplify an arcane spell to affect multiple people or an area. It has something to do with the amplification of arcane magic. If you were attempting to potentiate something over a wide angle, you might use something like this.
And the spell that it's focusing?
The spell that it's focusing. You imagine a long, long shadow.
This machine amplifies the darkness that is being cast across our town. We need to shut it down.
Well, then this is why all the vampires can walk in the daylight.
Really, I was going for stupid spell, but if it is the whole... That tracks a bit more for your father, wouldn't it? Did he know at any time? It'd be silly of him not to know.
Perhaps that was why he was rendered unable to speak about it. Somebody could have come in and I don't know. Help me look for a power source.
So sure on a source of power, but rain will indicate the large piping that's leading back into the cave system.
Are there any moving parts in it that are visible?
Not that you can see. There is a large drive shaft that leads into the mountain. Something transferring motive power by means of a rotating shaft connects this machine into the mountain itself. There is a thin aperture, you can't see where it leads, connected to something.
Tilda will gesture at this.
It reminds you of a grain mill.
It all leads back to this cave. Why didn't we come here first?
Maybe there's a waterfall on the other side of this.
No. Tilda will point to this piping that leads outside. This is... Your house is right on a river. The source in the cave is not mundane.
I see.
Do we try to break it?
Oh, no. Breaking active magical machinery with long-scale effects can often have explosive and deadly consequences. Just ask the Netherese.
You see him, like, very subtly putting down a large rock that he'd been holding.
I doubt that would work either way.
Yes, I mean, but this could also be said about any just machinery in general that is potentially active or not, even if it's idle.
Well, everything's pointing in one direction, and Tilda will trace the crankshaft with her finger as if to point downward. Tilda will head toward the shaft. Like whatever
It's
passes way
this.
downward.
I'm stupid. It's this, isn't it?
You see that tiny green barbs have emerged from the ground here.
Very pleasant.
You can
Yes.
see, you can see those, right?
Yeah.
Some sort of accelerated plant growth. Is this the plant growth spell? Can I make a
Yes.
check to see if this is the plant growth spell?
They look sharp.
It's
Can you make
probably
it?
closer to the coral bit.
How about, yes, make an Arcana check, DC 13, to know the spell. "10 to know the school.
16.
It's spike growth.
Spike growth. Spike growth. Who's our resident druid again?
This irritating motherfucker! And Kaysen will just jump up ahead and start smacking at him with his maul.
Try not to be.
Your voice echoes down the cave.
He continues swearing, but more quietly.
If there's any consequence, it doesn't last long. We're not far behind whoever did this. And secondly, it takes concentration to do this. You don't just leave it as it is.
Well, then I hope they feel these smacks as they're concentrating.
I will put my arm on Kaysen's shoulder. Kaysen, please stop.
In case you could burn it away or...
You hear steel on steel from down the cave.
Fuck's sake, I cast Dispel Magic.
Where do you center Dispel Magic?
It would be on the roots.
Let me read the spell text for the spell magic.
One creature, object, or magical effect within range, and I'm choosing the magical effect of Spike Growth,
And the
which
DC
is low.
is 10 plus the spell's level. So in this case, it is DC 12.
All spells of 3 or less automatically go away.
Automatically cancel. Thank you for yes. That was okay. Wonderful. You dispel the spike growth.
Tilda will pull out her
Yes,
book.
just go.
As the party hurries through where Spike Growth used to be, Noe will linger by the machine long enough to try to use it as an amplifier herself for a spell.
What spell do you cast? Arsinoe Saint Serum.
Purify food and drink?
Centered on, or how does, hold on, purify food and drink, one moment. Yes, where do you point?
I think like centered on a part of this machine that seems to be interacting with the weave in some way. So I think towards the center.
You point with your little pointer finger. You surge with power. You purify all food and drink in a 5-mile radius. The machine continues humming gently. Your blood feels cool.
Can she use it to cast message?
Do I know that spell happened?
No, you don't. There's a small sweet smell in the air, perhaps, something that teases at the edge of your mind. Perhaps you sense something. You tell me, Miss Lockbarn. Go ahead.
I think Noe does call back to Tilda. Tilda, come here.
Noe, what are you doing?
Is anything in your hands? Noe? Do you have any objects in your hands?
No.
Okay.
Noe, what are you doing?
It's an amplifier. We can use this to cast.
No way.
I just cast a purification spell and I felt it go miles from here.
No way. Did it drain your life force at all? Think of your father.
I think she recoils a little at that and then looks down at her hands.
Your left arm feels a little numb. Like a pinched nerve.
I will put my arm in front of your hands. Like somebody who's like, you know, the car stops and you put your hand in front of somebody like a shitty seatbelt. No way, only if we have to.
What if there's a spell that we can cast to break the hold that this darkness has on everyone?
What spell would that be? No way.
Some sort of restoration.
You're competing with Shar.
Someone has to.
Agreed.
Jill will stop.
Rain will dump the bag near Jucky, the stronger one.
What's going on over here?
You don't have a particularly bad idea. I don't think that this is for the young to do. Brimming with life and the future.
Only 2 of us who can purify things here. The rest of us are destroyers. Alright, before you do anything rash, no way. Tell me what you had in mind.
Well, she looks to Kaysen, her brows knitting together a little, and she says, I have the ability to take in disease from someone else.
Do you think it a disease?
It is. It's an affliction of the mind, for sure.
Many things can afflict the mind, and not all of them are diseases.
I'm gonna look at my left hand. The same hand as Noe. Noe just suffered an injury and we are bonded. Am I also affected?
You wiggle your fingers, Matilda. They feel almost a bit watery.
Okay, let's think through this before we do anything. This is an extremely powerful magical conduit.
Arsinoe, in some analytical part of your mind, you have a sense of purifying cases of food poisoning, of stopping people from getting sick tomorrow morning, of milk cleaned. Of its adulterants. You have a vague sense of miracles happening somewhere.
I have a spell. It wouldn't fix everything, but it might help everyone get through it today. What do you think?
What is it?
Something to give everyone a little hope and a little resistance against people invading their minds.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Before we do anything, we all have great intentions here. So if you cast a purification spell and it affected the whole land, that would imply that somebody cast this darkness spell over the land. Or any spell being cast causes the darkness, because the power source is corrupted. So either we assume that your father cast the corruption spell on the land, or the source of the power itself is corrupted.
I think rather that my father is dying and was pushed beyond his own limits to the extent that his disease now clings to the land.
That feels more right to me.
So if you cast a spell on the land, will you afflict everyone with vampirism?
She frowns at that.
Do you understand my concern at using this device?
Now, for all we know is, if that is the case, everything you purified could inflict vampirism.
That doesn't seem as likely.
No, but going by that.
Noe's left hand suffered some injury. I can feel it. I think using this thing is what caused your father's affliction.
Arsinoe, they are wrong. Shantea smiles upon you. They will dedicate feast days to you. You're sure of it.
My father's affliction was one that he was born with, and I was born with in turn. It's not to say that this may not have exaggerated the symptoms, but it is just a tool, Tilda. It is not the machine itself that is evil. Nor am I.
No, but we might do an unspeakable evil in the name of good because we don't understand what we're playing with. No, we have to see what's down there.
The same steel on steel that you heard minutes ago, you hear again. This time, a loud thud follows.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
I can.
grab Noe by the arms and look right into her eyes. Do I see Char there?
What color are Noe's eyes?
A pink, purple.
That's what you see. Remember, she has celestial blood. That's the that's the sense you have as you look into her eyes. And from down the cave, you hear someone panting.
We have to go. We can always come back.
Perhaps circle back with a big divine relic to channel godly magic through.
I'm gonna linger for a moment.
I'm not gonna let people linger. Come on.
Julian's already flicked on her flask of light and has passed Jacques and is heading down towards the sound of the injured.
Ilmater, would you permit? Oh, map's already changing. Never mind.
No. Keep. I hit the wrong button. Keep going.
Oh. Ilmater, would you permit or even advise one of your spells to be put through this?
Are you saying that out loud or is that a prayer?
Yes and yes.
Well, yes, why not both?
Says it out loud.
You reach out to Ilmater in
Asking permission.
in this moment of great uncertainty. Roll religion at disadvantage due to your location, DC 15, in order to discern Ilmater's intent.
$22.
With a 22, you reach out to the Great Martyr, and in this moment he reaches back. Kaysen. Only touch that if you want to be like me. This is how martyrs are made.
Will it help people?
You reach out and get nothing. You can hear yourself breathing heavily in the cave. The crack below you is too narrow to see down, Julian, but the sound is coming from down there. Tilda, Kaysen is not moving. Kaysen seems to be communing with someone over here. You can feel a divine presence in this room.
I think we all need a little bit of a boost. And he'll put his hand on it and send
Shout, no. No!
Too late.
You cast what, mending, you said?
He'll send out a blanket of vitality and hope and try to guard people's minds. He sends out beacon of hope over the town. Everyone that it affects, I suppose, has advantage on wisdom saving throws, advantage on death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. But he's mostly trying to focus on the aspect of it of giving hope to everyone.
You gleam with power. The mountain shudders. The machine hums only slightly louder. You feel yourself reaching out and protecting and inspiring untold numbers of people. Yes, Casey, you have done it. You have uplifted virtually anyone who can hear the voice of Ilmater.
As he walks away, he'll finish it off with casting Death Saving Throw on himself.
Casting...
Or not Death Saving Throw, sorry.
Death Ward. You cast Death Ward on yourself. You imagine that in the morning, Kaysen, people will wake up and wonder why they seek to dedicate themselves to the Martyr God today. You breathe heavily. Jucky, Julianne, you just felt the cavern shake a little bit.
Does the spell that you cast, does it say willing participant? Willing recipient, rather?
It's just any creatures within range.
This spell is a hill giant giving you a hug. You cannot say no. You are inspired. You are embraced. The hill giant has picked you up. You cannot look away. You are touched by Ilmater through his conduit, Kaysen.
God, it's getting crowded in here.
What the hell is wrong with you two?
It was... I think that's the way I can make the most impact right now.
You have no idea what we just did. We're like suffering in this town from this massive effect that's making everybody completely irrational, and you just touched the base of it. Did we come here to do good, or did we come here to, like, play with our god's banner?
If I'm affected by the irrational thinking spell, then I have every excuse to have just cast that. Really, though, it felt right.
It does. Kaysen, it does feel right. It seems like Tilda is wrong. You know full well what you have just done, and it is glorious and wonderful.
Noe is looking at Tilda with some concern over her reaction, and she says, I think we could use this. I think if we brought someone here who was suffering from the affliction, I think that I could raise it from them, and through that, perhaps take it from everyone, but...
Tilda will advance toward Noe very quickly.
Kaysen, you stumble.
What did Shantia speak into your mind? What did Ilmater speak into Kaysen's mind? You know, Selûne answered my prayer like this. I'm nobody. Rain?
Fish!
Why does the bitch queen care about what's happening here? Everybody's looking at us. We're all being manipulated by these celestial figures.
It's possible we're all going insane and it's all Shar and she's just putting different masks on.
No,
It'd be a little depressing, though.
You would know, you would all know, yeah. And everybody's god is all telling them to do something specific here. Corellin must care about this too. Who's not here in the room with us? Can't we just guide our own destiny? Do we all have to be puppets here?
I'm not arguing that.
What did you say, Ring?
I'm really not arguing that.
Thank you.
Things considered, when Des sent me down here to find vampires and all of this, I didn't particularly see myself carrying around a bag of bombs for the bitch queen.
Ever the poet, Ran. We need to stop using this until we can understand it.
alright.
I think so.
I'll gesture for Noe to go ahead of me, impatiently.
Julian and
Noe
Jackie From down below, you hear labored breathing. It sounds wet. Continue.
From this crack right here, what I'm standing beside, or through one of these or through this left or right corridor?
It's hard to tell. You look between these two. You look left, you look right. Where is it coming from?
As everyone is exiting this room, as Tilda passes by, he gives a knowing look to her, especially after that extremely charged speech. He puts the bag of bombs on this little pad here. And turns to join the rest. I think you're right.
I will put my arm on your back. That can't be easy, I know.
If my head explodes, I will blame you.
Is there a way to hide this, turn order menu? Where did this come from?
I apologize. How about now? Did it go away?
Oh, yes.
That was the same. When it looked like the map was changing, that was just me pressing the wrong button in Roll20. Arsinoe, Jucky, Rain of Fire, you approach a narrow passageway leading downward. It's a narrow drop. You'll have to do it one at a time. From down below, you think you can see light.
Yes, just down there. It leads to a bit of a crossroads.
Yes, well, I can't pinpoint which one of these holes.
This one points to the end of the cavern.
From the source of the noise?
We're certainly not jumping down that one.
Well, if there's potentially a hurt person, I want to try and get to them directly.
Rain, were these vines here before when you were here?
Were they?
You're referring to the spike growth on the way in? It was not. No, that was
No,
not there.
I'm
No.
just looking at on the map. There's
Those vines
on-
were there, yes. That overgrowth
Yeah.
was there.
Okay.
It's normal. Insofar as we had joined quite a lot of travelers' supplies, perhaps a python and some rope, should attempt to start to jerry-rig that as a 10-foot drop. I don't want any broken ankles.
Does anyone assist you? Sounds like no.
Great!
I can.
Roll.
Julian will attempt to help.
Okay.
Survival.
Yes, roll a survival check. And can we get a half health bonus from Jillian? Will you give me 1d6 and we'll have it? You guys were not on the same page. There was a bit of hesitation.
27. I know ropes.
A 27, you set up your python instantly. You find a perfect spot on the opposite wall to hold the tension in this rope. You set it up quickly and easily with your 27. You overwhelm the task. You now have a sturdy rope leading downward into nothingness.
And down I go.
Down you go. One moment.
Julian's going to be eager to follow as soon as possible.
We'll have Julian up next to go down the rope. Rain, you arrive here. This looks familiar. You recall that to the east was the slime priest commanding the ochre jellies. To the west, you saw some bats flitting around. That's also where you found the tent.
Just for clarity's sake, is that a hole now? To the west, sorry, this thing.
I think that's what you see, isn't it?
Well, that's new. I think we're safe. He'll call back up to the top.
Julianne will already be rappelling down when she sees that when she heard the footsteps of you hitting the ground.
Julianne, you arrive next to Rain.
Does it seem like there's a chain of people still coming down, or is there hesitation from up top?
Is there? Yes. What's happening at the top of the road? Certainly, are you feel free to. Why don't I bounce it back? One moment. From down below, you don't hear anything. Or, Rain, you called up that it was safe, correct?
Correct, yes.
Yes. You heard Rain call up that it was safe.
Right, Kaysen, I think you should probably be next.
You will slide down the chute with a little fanfare.
You find yourself with Julianne and Rain. Sorry. Got excited.
To catch everyone up to speed, the Hole of Darkness, he points up to the north, this thing we're directly next to. That is the pathway that he's described to be enveloped in magical darkness to some degree. But this, he scurries off over to where he had found the thing beforehand. This is new.
And looking up, you can see the crack that you had passed by before. This connects to up above you. This would have been another way down, and it seems like something could have used this as a passageway.
Hmm.
Can I toss a little rock down it and see if I hear a blink?
You don't. You hear a plonk.
This is fucking Ed.
After 2 seconds, it landed in a water, Kaysen.
I wonder if he can turn into a little mole or some kind of burrowing thing. Wouldn't that be just...
He already warped wood. He's a fucking incredible druid. He can turn into an owlbear. Imagine he can burrow through stone.
Can druids even shift into a bullet? That's the only thing I can imagine. Burrowing through all of this. As Julian is standing by this doorway, while kind of speaking to them, she'll hold up her light to this darkness. Does it pierce the darkness?
What the hell is that?
It seems
It's fine.
it seems darker than usual, Julianne, but it could just be your imagination. It's hard to say. Your light does light up the darkness, but in the back of your mind, you feel a sense of doubt that perhaps it's not working as well as it should.
It would probably work better than a torch.
Too much of a forest creature to know what a bullet is, and I really don't think I want to know what it is.
Back at the top of the rope, 2 bats fly up through the opening to your west.
Are they mundane? Do I have a sense?
They're making small squeaking sounds. They flit about, almost like they're on a mission.
Are there any signs beyond us that someone else has come this way or climbed down? I assume there are no other ropes.
There is not. Roll investigation. DC 1 moment. DC 12.
Cast Bless on myself. Or, sorry, I used guidance. That's a 6.
Not knowing what else to look for, you look for obvious things like pythons and climbing equipment and find none.
Alright, Tilda, do you want to go next? I'll come after you.
No, I'd like you to go first.
She nods, just not really having the energy to fight with her, and she'll climb down first.
Arsinoe, the rope deposits you by Julianne.
Have we found anyone yet?
And a hole.
No, we've landed, looked at magical darkness, allegedly, and then looked at the hole, and I'm still listening for the noise, and we're waiting for the rest of you to arrive.
It's
So
perfectly
that's our
quickly.
turn.
Remember, there are oozes.
One step at a time.
Oh, now I'm being the hasty one.
Yes.
Children.
On the top, I'll look at Chucky.
Flipping back
We're going
to
down.
the top.
We're going down, right?
Jucky nods. He ladies first.
You know, Chucky, oddly, I do trust you. Until the will go down.
One moment. You dust yourself off at the bottom of the rope. You had a bit of a hard time holding on there. Your left arm didn't quite cooperate.
I'll huff and push past both Juliet and Noe.
Noe, when he pushes past you, you have a hard time keeping your footing. At the top of the rope,
Chucky just shoulders his crossbow on a, he's got it on a sling, shoulders it, and then goes right to the rope and climbs down.
you shimmy down the rope, Chucky, landing in a pile of your companions. Your crossbow safely lashed to your back. As everybody goes down a level, the air here seems denser. It's rather still. Sound carries easily here.
But they still hear no signs of other people in the
You
tavern.
haven't heard anything since you heard the sounds of combat. You heard steel on steel twice, and then Julianne and Jucky heard what sounded like someone's expiration. It's difficult to triangulate where that sound could have been coming from. And now
Well, if we're
you
look-
hear the squeaking of distant bats. Tilda, please.
Well, if we're looking for the source, it's probably directly under where the machine was. Which, and I'll point at the wall I'm looking at. On the other side of this wall, perhaps?
Attempting to do some mental math here. Rain will try to triangulate. Was that where the ooze was? The big guy?
Both of you are free to make these assumptions.
Yes, the beast with a big ooze, drow. Southish? It's a bit rumbly to the east. It leads to a clear water. This, again, presumably goes to the Middle Dark or something along those lines, and a big hole that I think Ed drilled into. And then they're fighting there. They were.
He's stone-shaped, then.
I would think as much. He'll point to the dark tunnel. I believe in description prior to this point, it is clearly magically made, like it is stone warped, not chiseled through.
What if we just really briefly split up for like 200 feet, and then we could
He
use message?
slaps you on the wrist.
We could use message, just so we both know what.
Stop,
so we know
stop,
what we're on
please
both
stop,
fronts.
please stop.
Julian, you find a ladder leading upward. There is a babbling brook at the top.
No other noises?
You hear the sounds of rushing water.
She will walk back a little bit, and then she will wave the hand holding the light at her companions, as is to say, follow. Or
No,
she's looked at
that
this
leads
way.
out. I've been here. Down.
Tilda will laugh a little bit and then move the direction that Rain is suggesting.
We have a shot between a big hole we don't know how large is or a dark tunnel which we can't see through.
Well then, Mr. Spelunker, was there a rope ladder down at the end of this corridor last time you were here?
Yes, I climbed up it. It goes to a big fucking river full of clean water, and then you go south, a big ooze, and then further in it wraps around to where we took a nap. Also more oozes. So close your eyes and run through. Sally forth.
Tilda will take her book light, hold it over the hole, and drop it. And try and get a sense of what's down the hole and if anything is at the bottom.
You sacrifice your precious book lights to see a little bit more of the hole. A little bit of your heart goes with it. You notice something about this hole as your book light slides all the way down. So your book light lands in water. You can see the splash at the bottom. And it seems like many small cuts were used to make this hole.
About how deep?
Imagine a chisel with a tip maybe this big, maybe as big as Tilda's head would have been used. Something truly massive. Like somebody picking at it with a huge rock axe.
About how many seconds from when I let go of my book light and it splashed in the water?
Perhaps 2.
2 seconds.
9.8 meters a second ish. Is that accurate?
Sure.
Okay. Roughly 2 seconds.
Got it. Is my book light still lit in the water?
It is. Looking down there, you can see it bobbing up and down.
Bobbing up, so it's floating.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Is the water running? Is like my light going away quickly?
It's not. Down there, it looks very still. In fact, you notice that the movement of the book light is very rhythmic. Like the water down there doesn't get disturbed very often, and your book light landing in it is causing the majority of the motion. It's not moving in the waves. It's not getting pulled by a current. It seems to be sitting down there in very still water, by your reckoning, Matilda.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna turn to Rain. I don't see Rain, probably by the tunnel entrance.
He is attempting to convince people to, hands on shoulders, walk through this tunnel of darkness.
That tunnel of darkness, I'm sorry,
That's where we came from.
That's where you came from. That's actually up from above. Like,
I'm sure there was just no way to do it well.
Yeah, yes. I apologize, my friend. Yes, if you were closer in there. The tunnel of darkness that was described, now I can reframe something. The dark tunnel you saw is to the south on the map, south of Kaysen. When I described a dark tunnel, that's what I was talking about.
I see.
I hope that is helpful.
Yes.
So I'm gonna gesture for Rain to come. Rain, I don't think this was stone-shaped. Usually when stone shaping happens, it's like, you know, the stone like moves out of the way or some druidic stuff, and it's like very smooth. This looked like it was intentionally bored. And you can see my light down there. It's maybe 30 feet.
Yes, I'll admit my memory of this place is apparently hazier than I thought. So, down the hole or no?
Well, I don't know how deep the water is because my book light's floating. I was hoping it was gonna sink, so we could know if we could jump down.
And what was around this other corner that was less appealing than a giant hole in the ground?
To the east is definitely a wraparound that will bring us to where Mr. Oozman is. And then I don't think Rain ever actually went south from here. He saw bats come in that way and presumed that that was something.
Kaysen, you see little pleasing clusters of glow caps and more shallow water sitting in a divot of the limestone here. It looks like it's ankle deep at the most.
Tilda's gonna look up at the top, at the ceiling, and then look at the ground, trying to determine if this is a place where bats typically are. Looking for guano.
Yes, there is scattered on the north edge of this room. You see scattered bat roosts.
All right, so there's like a dovecote for bats. Okay. You know, I had.
If you touch on that too much, you're gonna get cave disease.
No, I mean, 2 bats went by me, and it did occur to me that they could be shape changed. But you know, it appears that there's bats everywhere here. Okay.
Everybody's looking in a hole as a viable option, and I'm a crazy one.
Unless you find a better place down, then yes. Rummaged all around here, I barely found a way out.
Well,
I haven't seen this with my own eyes yet.
let's look for a better way. This can't be the best way. Tilda will shake her left arm, try to, like, you know, walk it off.
Is there any blood or anything on the ground over here?
No, not that you can see.
Are these the same phosphorus mushrooms I've picked previously?
They are.
My map is
Yeah,
flashing.
Yes, I'm
Loading.
seeing that too. I apologize. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's doing it for me too.
Did you apply like a light source to a person or anything?
No, I'm just using the hide reveal mask. Is it stable now?
Refreshing it fixed it for me.
Yes, same. You see a ladder leading downward. There is rope netting here. Casey, this rope netting seems to be about the size and shape of a person.
Is it intact or has it been cut apart?
It's intact. In fact, it looks well cared for.
If it looks usable and I can carry it, I'm taking it.
You do so. You feel like this could be used as a litter to carry somebody. These mushrooms look familiar to you, Julianne.
She's gonna pick some. Her previous research had given her inspiration from these mushrooms, so she's gonna quickly restock her supplies. So she can do some off-the-cuff brewing if need be for something she had an idea for.
You can't really see down very far, Rin.
While he's up here, knowing that the water got purified from what Arsenaway said, he's gonna refill his water flask.
You do so.
Bright side, this one's at least got a ladder.
Case, and as you refill your water flask, you reflect once again on your beacon of hope, and you imagine the festivals that people will be holding in your honor. Was there something directed at me? If everyone's looking at me. Okay.
Not particularly, no, but Rain is mounting the ladder.
Okay, you were going down. One moment.
What's this net and rope right here too?
That's the net about the size of a human body.
Yes, that has now been picked up. Rain, you arrive at the scene of something. The ladder pauses at a small landing, and another ladder leads down from that landing. At the bottom of that ladder, lying in a pool of blood, is Erlen. Another trail of blood leads southeast. There's a single torch lit in the room. Something smells insectoid down here, like
Yeah.
Erlen is not moving.
He's going to be so upset. He'll climb a few rungs back up in semblance of there's clearly other people living down here while he is riding the extreme high of anxiety. He will try to keep it mumble. You know, if I found Erlen, hop down the next couple rungs, and then mount the next one down to his body.
Julian will quickly follow.
One moment.
And then so will Chucky.
Does anyone not follow down the ladder? Okay, one moment. Go ahead.
I think Kaysen goes down trying to take multiple rugs at a time, but then also his spell effort from earlier is making him unsteady, so I think he just jumps half the way down like he's jumping off a treehouse.
You beat me
It
to
was
it.
old as a kid.
Your faculties fight against you as you navigate the back-to-back ladders, Kaysen of Ilmater.
Crit medical check on Erlen.
Can I simultaneously cast Spare the Dying?
You can. You notice the following things, Julian Willistride. 1. Erlen has suffered rapier wounds to his neck and face. It looks like he looks like he fell or was pushed off the ladder. He is very dead.
As Julian comes to her conclusion, she'll quickly just hold her hand up to Kaysen to stop him from casting the spell. Don't waste your breath. He's unfortunately already gone.
Kaysen will just make a motion to close Erlen's eyelids, and he'll find a spare scrap of cloth in his bag and just lay it over his face.
You do so.
Hope you find peace in your next life, my friend.
Down here, the sound of rushing water is evident somewhere. Erlen's body is still warm.
It's very, very recent. I imagine the blood is still somewhat flowing on the stone flooring.
I need 5 minutes, please.
Yeah, sure.
Granted. I knew there was no way this would be the final session.
No.
So close.
We like talking.
We do like talking. We also like walking in the wrong direction.
Well, I figure either it's not the last session or we'll be here until 1 in the morning, which
I'm also fine with. I'm zooted on too much caffeine.
it's just harder for me because I have to reset my sleep schedule because I usually wake up at about 3 in the morning. So tomorrow I have to.
Also, but it's not apparent. I'm not mad at any of you. Rain is vibing on we're walking into death.
No, I know. That's what I assumed. You said he was. I think it should be pretty apparent that he is anxious about the whole situation.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I think everybody else is as well. And Julian, when she is anxious, is just kind of just. I don't know.
I get so
As much. She doesn't think as much as she would want to. She's still thinking, but doesn't go through the 4 threads of conclusion. Instead goes to 2.
I slept 14 hours last night, so for once I'm actually good.
Damn.
with daylight. I really needed it.
That sounds awesome.
It was
Sounds
amazing.
terrible.
Actually, I'll be right there.
I went to bed at 5 p.m. and I woke up at 7 and saw that it was light out and was like, holy shit, is it already morning? Like, did I just blink and I slept through the night? So I got up, went and got some water, and the cat was like, hello, I'd like some breakfast. I was like, oh yeah, sure. So I'm like half asleep, eyes are closed, I'm giving the cat food, and then I'm like, you motherfucker, it's still Friday! So I got back in bed, and then at like 9, I got up and got more water, and the cat comes sauntering back over. I'm like, no, you're not getting 5 meals in one day, go lay back down. And he just beeped sadly and walked away, but I slept for 14 hours, and god damn, I needed it.
You got bamboozled.
Mhm.
Gotten like an average of 5 hours every night for the past 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, on Thursday night, I couldn't sleep. I got like 3 hours because I just wasn't doing great. I got 3 hours, and I woke up at midnight. Couldn't go back to sleep. I stayed awake for an hour, and then at 1 in the morning, I was like, "Well, screw it. I'll just leave for work now and beat traffic." And it was really good that I did because a truck turned over on the freeway. So I got to work at 3 in the morning, and then I just slept in my car for 3 hours. But I slept in the back, and then I was stiff. So then I moved to the front, and then it became light out, so I moved back to the back. Yeah, it was really nice to sleep 14 hours in an actual bed. I'm feeling very Kason right now. Like
Little
a lot
wired,
of my
little wired.
sleeping is not spent in a bed.
Yeah, I've had to go into the office at least 2 to 3 times every week for almost a month now. It's not been great.
Mhm. It's a good thing Rain prepared Entangle because the temptation to martyrdom is very strong.
Oh, that's also why I prepared Hold Person.
Hey, I mean, this little person holding net might come in handy. Druid containment device. Or Ireland, someone will have to tell the bird.
You can imagine his griffin is circling overhead.
Maybe Willoughby's hanging out with them.
Grisha's living a good life.
Maybe Willoughby's hanging out with them.
I just like to think of Licorice as like pestering the carts full of melons. It's the fruit bat, right?
Mm-hmm. I would probably imagine Willoughby's doing the same because he wants the seeds from the melons. Or
We haven't-
it's just melon. Sammy goes crazy for watermelon and other fruits, so I imagine Willoughby's the same.
Like in the deep cut world building where you have like magical horticulture, where it's like we artificially made the melons have no seeds with magic.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like the seeds that do exist are like kept in a lab. Locked up so nobody else can use them.
It's just like the big seed banks we have.
Mm-hmm. We get to the bottom of this cave and it's just a seed bank. for the sun melons.
Make the sound of a critter up to no good on the first floor. Oh dear.
Hello.
I am
Welcome back.
so sorry. I did not know you guys were waiting for me. I fucking forgot I had my camera turned off. I was reading something. Sorry.
No problem at all.
You can.
We find ourselves okay. I'm with you. Noe, Rain, Tilda, Kason, you are following the blood trail right now.
As a medical professional, does it seem like an inordinate amount of blood for one dude to have bled out?
It does seem like an inordinate amount of blood for one person.
That's what I thought.
Unless it was a big critter.
Shucky, if I may, for a moment.
Jucky doesn't respond, but you get the sense he's listening.
He's of your people. Do you need to recover anything from him, first and foremost, to take back to his father? Otherwise, is there anything against your... I guess... Are you able to recover anything from him without repercussions? If he has anything on him that could help us survive, I think we should, at the very least, take some of it.
Would he have... This is actually an interesting question. Would he have anything like his Coralite necklace on him or something like that?
He does. He has a holy symbol of Krellin. He also has a dog tag. He is armed. There's a sword on his hip. His helmet is serviceable enough.
Jucky will take his dog tag and his symbol, and he'll put those in like a cloth and roll that up and put it in his pack. And then he just, he's just got this grimace on him. He doesn't say anything, but he looks at the blood trail, and he starts walking with purpose.
Arsinoe, you find yourself at the top of a ladder leading downward. Roll perception. DC 17. You have advantage on this, but you're not sure why.
Well, she knows she has not said this out loud, but given the wounds made to the body, she knows it was from her mother's rapier. Perception, you said?
Perception. 17.
I'll use guidance. That's 17 exactly.
You can hear the sound of your mom breathing down below you.
She scampers.
It's a ladder. She's at the bottom of it, hiding from you, not knowing who you are. As soon as she sees who you are, she descends upon you, nearly grabbing you off the ladder. She has a large slash wound on her left arm, cutting through her armor and causing it to ribbon up and away from the point. But she doesn't seem that badly injured. It is bleeding rather voluminously, but as you hug her, she doesn't seem to mind. Oh my god, Arsinoe.
Mother.
Where's your brother?
I haven't seen him yet. I came in through the house. Somebody broke in.
Then he must have gone in the other way. Yes, that elf broke in. Looking for Ed, who's with your father. If you came through the house, then your brother must have come in through the spring.
Have you seen any sign of Ed or my father? You're bleeding.
She nods, clapping her hand over the wound. Blood instantly fills the spots between her fingers.
Are they blocking the way down with their position?
They're at the bottom of the ladder, standing in this mid-shin level water.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if the rest of us can descend.
Jillian's already gonna try to when she sees the blood.
Yeah, I think as she sees people come down the stairs, she'll take her mother and sort of guide her to one side, saying, "Everyone else is with me. I'm sure Julianne can take a look at that wound."
The moment you even say wound, she's already pulling out bandages from her bag and already just going into field medic mode.
You do so. This is a fairly simple flesh wound from Erlen Shortsword. He slashed her good, but it doesn't seem to have caused very much lasting damage. It's bleeding everywhere, but she seems to be okay. She holds her arm out straight so that you can work easily. Rain, looking around, you realize that you're in some kind of little gully. There is shallow water here, and it looks like you're in a small enclosed valley here. Small waterfalls are depositing a stream of clean, clear water everywhere around you.
How fast is the water moving?
Slowly. What you're in right now is a small basin. Jucky, from up here you can see that it looks like Rebecca was using this as a place to hide. It's enclosed in a shallow pool that collects the water from multiple waterfalls. Arsinoe, your brother, your son.
Yes.
If you didn't see them coming in through our house, I know that elf didn't kill them. Then they're up through the springs. I'm going that way.
Great.
You have to get your father. You have to save him. You have to turn him. He's going to die. Do you understand? It's not what he wants, but it's what he needs. You have to do that for him. Find him and bite him. Turn him. Save his life. Okay? You go for your father. I'm going for your brother.
Okay.
If you go that way, please be exceedingly careful. There are two very militant paladins that I haven't seen signs of this way, so they might have gone to the north. I don't think either of them would have known about this entrance.
As she's crawling up the ladder, as she's deftly climbing up the ladder, and blood is beginning to soak through her bandage, she looks over her shoulder at you, Kaysen, and says, I'll have no problem killing 2 paladins. As she climbs hand over hand up the ladder.
Speed.
Finding you at the top, Jucky, her hand goes to the hilt of her rapier as if she's expecting you to do something.
Jucky sizes her up. What happened?
She's short, 5'6". What happened with what? With your kin?
Yeah.
I threw him down the ladder, and then I stabbed him in the face with my rapier.
Now, why would you do a thing like that?
Because he came here to kill my husband. And now he's dead.
Why would he want to kill your husband?
Because he thinks that my husband and Ed conspired to take something away from him.
What did Jucky know about Erlen's part in this deal?
You can infer that Erlen and Ed made a deal where Erlen furnished the information of the location of Isherin.
Right.
In exchange for Ed shepherding Erlen through here. And based on the body you can see over your shoulder, it seems fair to say that Ed backed out on the deal, or something happened. In fact, as you size Rebecca up, you realize that yes, Erlen was likely the victim of treachery. Ed likely did hang him out to dry. After all, Rebecca's down here chasing Ed, right? Implying that Ed must be lower still. Ed must be closer. Erlen lies dead. And the humans win again, and we erect a new standing stone. That's what you feel when you size her up.
But he really feels Edward's to blame. I mean, if that's... Yeah, I feel like that's the conclusion he draws.
You are free to conclude as you wish. She is between you and the ladder.
Chucky just kind of shifts. Says, go.
You do so. She nods at you and steps on Erlen's body as she passes. You find yourselves in shin-deep water. The water is frigid down here.
Insofar as we have apparently 2 forks in this, yes. There's the southern one and the northeast, or easternly ways to go. Which direction is the water flowing?
You spend a little bit of time, I will answer this a little bit circuitously. You find the dimensions of the basin that you find yourself in. From this basin, it seems like there's no way out. Water flows down to here and settles in this large open area. Sloshing around, you see no obvious way out. Something down here smells insectoid, like when you squish a bug, but thousands of them.
To the southern end again. I do follow the smell, if nothing.
Does anything over here look climbable? To a humanoid?
Not really. It's fairly steep. There are no easy handholds. Everything is covered in a slime that makes it difficult to traverse. And the water on your feet makes it difficult to find footing.
Is this coloration of the water reflecting off of something, or is that the obvious morbid answer?
You're not sure.
Julian will reach into the water to get a sample.
You do so.
Is this discoloration below the water slime or blood?
Hard to say. There's
Or a mixture of the two?
There's a slight tint to the water. It does remind you.
Regardless, it's Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It reminds you a bit of the ochre jellies, but perhaps that's just the optimism inside of you.
Perhaps. Regardless, it's contaminated.
I'm on the lookout for glints of light, looking for my book light.
Looking for your book light, you do see it. Past Kaysen, you discover a torch. And there is a small opening to the continuation of this basin. I know that Fog of War is being a little bit troublesome. We're just gonna do a large area, okay? I don't know if that worked or not. Anyway, you find another similar lobe to this basin.
I will attempt to navigate my way inside.
You do so. It's effectively a dead end. You're at the bottom of this. Tracing your steps, it seems like the cave goes up and above you. You think you can see a light to your south. And looking over the lip there, you see something twitching rhythmically. It's very strange. Looks like a. Do you know what it looks like? Looks like a metronome that's fallen onto its side.
Can I retrieve my light?
You can.
I will. I'll wipe it off. In my purple overcoat, any part of it that's still dry, I'm sure most of it's not. And I will lovingly place it back in my knapsack.
The water doesn't look clean here, does it?
It doesn't.
I imagine Julian has probably stated as much at this point.
Chucky looks to the east here, because it looks like there's something fouling up the water over here.
There is something fouling up the water. There is a low archway here about the same depth as the water. In order to go underneath here, you'd have to swim. If you're unwilling to swim, it's a dead end.
I'm gonna hold my book light up and try and illuminate whatever that twitching thing is.
You can see its shadow. Whatever it is, it's rhythmically going back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. And it seems to be something like a long rod. Looks like it has something on the end.
What's on the end?
Can't tell, just the shape. It's pretty far up there.
I'll look back at Rain and Kaysen and point at this. I'll try and quietly move through the water, although I'm sure we've made tons of noise.
You have to wait
And
a
follow.
bit. The room that Tilda has brought you to is another dead end, but up above you can see something up there. There's something twitching, and there's definitely a light. It smells horrible in here, like you're inside of an insect nest.
Tilda will
Mhm.
frown.
How tall is this cliffside?
30 feet.
Well, there's some doing. It's that, or did Jackie relay the fact that he found an underground tunnel?
He will mention that there was definitely something getting into the water back over there, but that it looked like you would have to swim a ways to see what was going on, and that he didn't want to do so without everybody being on board for that.
Agreed. I don't think, even with water breathing, it's contaminated. Might be better off just climbing this thing. Unless any of you found any other little nooks or crannies we can dive into.
As you begin to construct a mental model of this cave, there was a large open area near where you saw Erwin's body. As you do an inventory of all the degrees of freedom that you possess.
Isn't it there's like a cave entrance to the northeast here?
No, that's just a little gully. To your west, there is a large open area underneath a overhang.
We have to circle back to the torches we saw earlier.
Oh, are you talking about over? How do I ping?
Correct. Yes, you just.
Yeah,
you
there.
described exactly. That's exactly
There?
right. Yes.
Okay, that's the area that I was aiming to get to with the climbing question. I thought it might come up over there.
Rain, looking underneath, yes, I think this overhang just looks a little bit wall-like. There's something on the ground there, Rain. It looks like a massive spider leg. It's twitching.
seeing Jucky come over the corner, he'll kind of hold his hand up and point towards the twitching, writhing leg on the ground. I think we found our dragon.
It's endlessly kicking at nothing.
Looks like something else found it first.
It smells horrible.
What is this? Is that a melon?
You find a pleasant pile of sunmelons.
I didn't know Evening Star sent shipments of sunmelons to the Underdark. Is Menzo Branson a trading partner?
Rain shoots daggers at Noe, trying to see if that mention even bounced off of her in any sort of truth.
Whether she recognizes that they have trading partners in the Underdark?
Yeah.
I can't imagine this has ever crossed her mind.
I seemed a little bit relieved from that, but this blood trail goes up. I'm assuming up. Is that what
Correct.
it's trying to depict? Yeah.
Correct.
There's two.
Let's just assume, take a picture in a brain of brains. You're a big spider, you want to eat something, you watch as traveling merchant carts full of big juicy horses travel down the road. You grab one, you tuck it into your little cave, and you drag it down here. So we keep tracing that, but also something kills the big spider afterwards, so there's a bigger, badder thing than a big spider. That way. So you'll point down where the trail leads in further.
Could
Are
this
these
be?
lit?
Could this be
Sorry.
Kareed? Did
So-
she fight with the Aboleth?
How were these limbs severed? Were they ripped off, shredded, cut cleanly?
They were ripped off.
Let me follow up that. Are there any like puncture marks, like it was gripped by a claw and then ripped off?
Excellent question. Not that you can see, but that's hard to tell with the exoskeleton. You do realize that at this spot, the ceiling gets rather narrow. As it slopes upward here, and as the floor slopes upward, the ceiling also slopes downward. It's rather narrow at the top of this where the blood is trailing.
Can I make an investigation check or look around? Having lived in the wilds quite a bit, he knows that when creatures get into a fight, a lot of times like a tooth or a nail will come off, and he'll just look specifically geared towards searching for something that like might have been shed.
You do see bits of spider chitin in the room. You can see when this wound was delivered, little chunks of shield-like chitin were sprayed across the room. Holding one in your hand, it's very lightweight and strong.
Julian's gonna take some of the chitin blood for samples.
You do so.
Could be good for armor someday. Although I don't know who would buy it.
Who says I'm selling?
I'll follow Rain down.
Rain,
I think at this point it's just following the blood.
there's a very narrow opening at the top of this embankment. It gets very narrow, and there's a very small opening. It's large enough for you, but you really do have to crouch down a bit. And here, on your side of the opening, is another pair of spider legs, kicking the air endlessly.
This is getting
Another-
weird.
Another massive blood pool is directly at the overhang.
I don't know much about the Underdark, but when you kill a Drider by cutting it in half, does the human part, or does the elf part just fizzle up and turn into nothingness? Where did it go? Was it dragged away? Did something eat it?
I would think you're on the dragon bit. I don't think a whole one would fit through these narrow bits. It's like it's being shredded apart as you drag it down.
The limbs were ripped off very violently, so that does make sense.
Most things die when ripped into 10 pieces.
Yes, but where's the other 10 pieces?
I think he just gestures towards the spew of blood.
I almost don't want to know.
Maybe they go to the same place our tax man goes to.
Tilda will take a look around. Is No Way lagging behind?
I think as people are investigating the blood smears and the Drider limbs, she would have taken a quick look in the cart. Is it just sunmelons? Are there seed bombs in there?
You see no seed bombs in here. It's just sunmelons.
And they're whole? Are they cracked?
One of them is cracked open. Looks
Can
like
she look in...
looks like someone did it with a knife.
What? Okay, can she look inside the sunmelon?
You see orange flesh. Clusters of seeds. Smells good.
The sunmelon catching strays over here. And she'll hurry up to catch up with the group as they continue on to investigate the blood trail.
You find yourself up on a rampart-like structure here. You have good visibility in both directions. This limestone gallery is massive.
Limestone, I suppose that means we're going in the right direction.
What?
I don't know, earlier during one of your very anxious orchid ramblings, you mentioned the word limestone many times.
Julian's
I'm
just
sure I did.
silent when Kaysen mentions that.
I'm always like 5 steps behind.
Is this the metronome that we saw from below, trying to piece things together from space?
That's exactly right. It's kicking rhythmically. This one has a good chunk of torso, abdomen that came with it. The smell is intense.
Cover his mouth and slink past towards the arch.
I feel like ultimately we'll want to go down, but I'm still curious what's over here.
This archway is smaller than the last. The natural erosion did not widen much of an opening here. It's too dry in this piece of the cave. The overhang itself seems granitic. It's darker, stronger.
Still small enough for us to punch through without much issue, or?
Yes, for you, it's no tax at all to go through. You just have to bend down a little bit.
But how wide is it? Because so something like pulled a Drider through here or something, but it doesn't. It's so like. So the dimensions seem kind of weird.
They do. Yes, it seems like it would be very difficult to get a Drider through here.
It does.
It's
Does it
almost
seem like
flat.
perhaps the legs fell off as they were being pulled through here? Is that what we could infer?
That seems like a logical interpretation.
Basically, what Rain was trying to get at was something was grabbing and dragging it through the hole.
Yeah.
I'm good, one melon.
Kaysen, you find a ripe sunmelon.
What on earth is the significance of these melons? besides just being the economic backbone?
I don't know. Do Drow come up to the surface to steal snacks from Evening Star when people aren't looking? Most of the town's security force has been eaten.
Genuinely would not put it past them.
Counting the legs, you now arrive at 8. Another pair of legs is here.
There was a ladder by the open colonnade.
Oh, okay. Wait, it's not separate full sets of several Triders. It's the equivalent of one. Spread out.
Yeah.
Oh. Somehow that's worse.
I assume there's a strong stench emanating from this cave mouth here.
That's exactly right. It's
Jucky racks his crossbow.
Fast. Rain will unspool his chain. We found the bottom half. I feel like we're starting to find the other.
Ed said there was a flower down here that could raise his beloved from the dead. I don't see any flowers. Are we in the right place?
I told you this
Flowers
whole
keep
thing
growing.
smells like bullshit.
I have first-hand experience with the flower. I know it exists. It's rumored that it grows here.
Considering there's no light source here, there has to be something further on.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I think that now would be a good time to, if we were going to cut the session, I think now would be a very good time. And I think we're not going to get through everything tonight unless we're here until midnight Pacific. So unless we want to be here until midnight Pacific, I think let's cut the session right here. I apologize if this was not the final session. Can we play 1 week from today? I apologize for the lack of finality, but I think this is for the better.
No work.
Oh no, we get to play again together.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
brutal cliffhanger.
It is.
Cave hanger, something. Something's getting hanged, okay?
There's a lot of
Well-
bloodstains.
Well, look at this cliff we're standing on inside a cave.
And melons, like it just the melons, like the melons are far more concerning than the blood and the Drider parts. I have like that's easy to figure out, but the melons?
What if
The
it's just
melons.
Green, just holding all the melons as she gets drugged through the cave?
She's like, no, I'll pay for them later, I swear. I'm good for it.
This is the plot of the movie The Descent.
It is
Oh,
the
no.
only horror movie to ever fuck with me.
Really?
Not because of the creepy. Yeah, it's not the creepy monsters. That bit does not bother me in the least. It's the literal cave bits where she like falls down and breaks her ankle and then exposed bone bit that stuck out with me really badly as a kid. Yeah.
So did the bone.
Well, I will see everyone next week. Good night.
Good night.